Alright, so tomorrow we are shipping 2 birds out to a one Loft race for Max Loft. And I have to use an older box that I had. They used to ship some pigeons for me from Alaska before. This box is still in good condition, so I'm gonna see if I can save some money on shipping by doing what everybody else on YouTube channel has done by customizing the box to make the box under 10 inches tall. So we'll see if we can get some discount shipping. But anyways, stay tuned. So this is what we did. You strip off the ends on both sides. There's air pockets here, air pockets here. So I guess we have kind of tried to customize our box by now. Put the zip ties here and here. And we have cut the inside of the box like this. You know, just so that the birds will have a little bit more fresh air in here. And we do sanitize our boxes, whether they are brand new or not. We always like to go and sanitize inside and out, just to kill any bacteria. Especially these pads right here. Okay, just to make it a dust-free environment for the pigeons. Okay. So, but that's that. Tomorrow we will zip tie this, and then we will take all the boxes we will take the box from all sides like this, around and around, so it doesn't have this area here, so it doesn't open until the owner opens it, and then the owner can just carry the box like this. So we'll see if this saves us on shipping costs tomorrow at the post office. We'll see if this system is true. I know that some people they prepay for their tabs online, but of course we haven't done that. I just wanted to bring this in to see if they will charge us only $65 or the $115 now. So, but thank you. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Process before shipping is 1 hour or so, 30 minutes to an hour or 2 hours before shipping. You want to feed the birds. We get them all the food they can eat. This is the Gabby. The white flight is the Gabby 10243 from a 2019 leg band. And this bird and the other bird, the bigger bird here, the one that Mac didn't want. These are the 3 that Mac didn't want. And the unbanded David Clausing bird, David Clausing bloodline bird. I'm sending these 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4 to Minnesota to my cousin, who's a pastor. He's a pastor, but I guess him and his children wants to get a hobby going for themselves in the backyard. So they're wanting some racing pigeons, so I'm sending these 4 for them to start out with. He's recently got another bird from another fancier, another hobbyist from Iowa, and he wants me to send him a bird, a cockbird, or some birds so that he can have a kit to fly with. So I'm sending him these 4 birds. And then this cockbird here, this cockbird and this cockbird is going to the one Loft race for Max Loft. And we are shipping out in a moment here. But we're gonna let them eat as much as they can and gorge as much food as they can. Come on, come on. Okay, this is part of the process that we are going to do when we ship birds, especially in the summertime. We don't always do this, especially if it's cold season, but in the summertime, we always like to soak our birds. We make them pretty wet and then we dry them off, make it kind of damp before they go into the shipping box, because it's almost 90 degrees or around 90 degrees right now.
Almost 100.
Or almost 100 degrees. What degree is it?
95.
95 degrees? So we want to make sure our birds are nice and wet and damp. And when they go to the post office, they sit around in that room in the heat sometimes for a while, depending on if they have the air conditioner on or not. So what we do is we use flea and tick shampoo. Okay, we put a little bit of flea and tick shampoo into the water, and we just make as much bubbles as possible, because the soap sticks onto the feathers and it helps the feathers stay healthy for a longer time. Okay, you want to soap up the water like that, get a good mix going. Okay, that should be good enough. All right, and we got these 2 boxes. Okay, the method for shipping this box is that you want to put a lot of straw or hay on the bottom, or wood chips or whatever you got, to help keep them the box dry from all the moisture and poop droppings and stuff. Okay, on both. Okay, so we have to customize these boxes. Hopefully it'll save us on shipping prices. We'll let you know. But yes, we cut the one side, the side that did not have the air boxes, we cut this out like this. Okay, so the boxes will be folded like this. Okay, and there will be plenty of ventilation from the top side and both the 2 sides. Okay, so this box is going to the One Loft race for Max Loft, and this box is going to our cousin in Minnesota who's a pastor, and he's starting out in racing pigeons with his kids to have a hobby and an adventure for fun. So that's that. Okay, the first bird here is number 397. This one's going to Max Loft. This is the blue bar. This is probably going to be a cockbird. And before we dip in the water, we let them eat as much as they can and drink. But just for safety purposes, you want to get some nice ice cold water. Put some ice in the water to make it nice and cold. And you want to syringe about that much, just for extra water, just for extra fluid. Just like that. Just so the bird has extra fluid. Because most importantly, food is not as important as water in the shipping boxes. They need water more than they need food when they're in the shipping boxes. They will be hungry, but the body fat on them will keep them alive for several days. But most importantly is hydration. Okay, because sometimes the shipping boxes, sometimes the shipping companies, they take forever. They take up to 4 days sometimes, depending on location. But, okay, and then after that, you want to soak the birds in the water. See, the water's not too deep so they can stand in it. And you want them to kind of flap around. Okay, flap around, get the wings all nice and soaked. Okay, you want to help them flap their wings around so their wings can be all nice and soaked. The feathers can be all nice and soaked like that. Okay? And then you want to squeeze the water off as much as possible, because you don't want them to be soaked wet. You want them to be damp and cooled. And this also treats for lice and fleas. So when they get to their destination, they should have already be kind of dried off. They might look a little fluffy and nasty, but they should be. But their feathers, you know, within a day or two, the feathers will return back to normal as they prune themselves. Okay. Okay. So after you wet the bird, you want to just get a paper towel or a towel. You want to dry them off as best as possible. You just want them to be damp, because when they go to the post office, sometimes they sit there for 2 or 3 days if there's any delays. And sometimes the post office, inside the post office, sometimes it's very, very hot. It's normally around 70 to 80 to 90 degrees. And you want the bird to have a nice, cool, relaxing trip. Because you know, when the pigeons are wet, when birds are wet, all they do is sit around and they prune themselves and they just relax. So wetting the birds is a way of helping them stay relaxed, stay cool, stay calm, and not agitated or nervous or anything. They just sit there and they prune themselves and they just relax. So it'll make the ride a little bit more enjoyable. And you want to clean the feet off any dirt, dust, debris, or poop. Okay? Because you want them to go, you don't want them to carry any bacteria from your loft to the new loft. You want them to, so you want to clean them as much as possible like this. Okay? So this is basically a sanitized bird ready for the shipping box. Okay? Now he goes into the shipping box. Just like that, okay? And he's gonna sit around like that. Now I'm gonna have to get the other one now. Okay? Just put a stone on top like that. And then, all right, we'll get the other bird. Second bird, number 392. Going to Mac's One Loft Racing Team. Same process. Ice cold water. Want to make sure they have plenty of food in the crop. This one might need a little bit more water. Okay. Okay, this is the older sibling. This is the bird that Mac didn't want. This is an older bird, but I'm sending this one to my cousin. Okay? Okay. This is the Gabby bird that was fostered out to 3 hens. 3 hens sat in one nest and raised this baby. They didn't do a good job because they're young hens, but yes, this is a smaller bird. It should grow up to be a very, very nice bird. It should, all the muscles should grow in within the next month or so. And this should be a very, very good bird and a very, very good breeder for you guys, for my cousin near Minnesota. I hope they fly well for you in Minnesota, and I hope you guys win many races. Okay? Win many races up there. Be a champion. Okay, birds? You fly like angels do, okay? You fly like the sonic boom, okay? Make a sonic boom when you fly, okay? Boom! Let's see how. Birds. Oh, he just squirted poop at you.
You got poop on my Nike.
All right, but anyways, all right. This is the David Clausing. This one, you're gonna have to, teach this one how to eat on its own. It's already at the age where it's ready to be weaned, and the parents has already fed them and given them a full sack of food. Okay, they have a full sack of food. So I'm gonna just give it some water and in the tub, and in the box they go. Okay, so there are 4 birds in here, okay? Perfect. They're all young birds, so they're okay. And they're all nice and wet and damp. They're ready for the ride. These ones are going to Minnesota. To my cousin who's a pastor. And I hope you guys enjoy them and take good care of them. And I hope they fly very well for you. And if you guys do race them or the babies, I hope they breed and perform very well and fly very well for you guys. All right. So that's all for now. We're gonna be heading to the airport now. Okay, so we just got done shipping the birds. The 2-bird box is $54.80, and the 4-bird box is $66.80, and the total came out to be $121.60 for 2 boxes. So it does work, and it's guaranteed to be there in 2 to 3 days, hopefully. So, or overnight, but all right. We just hope they get there quickly. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. It does work, guys. The shipping box prices does work. Customizing your bird boxes does work. If you have old boxes just sitting around and you're selling birds or shipping out birds, you can customize your bird boxes like that, and you will save some money. Okay? Thank you. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you like and subscribe.